Hey, what's up, people? This is Elder Tenchi, and I got a question for my fellow hip-hop heads. Now, if you've seen my videos recently, when it comes to the subject of hip-hop, you know I got some opinions. But I want to ask y'all, ageism and respect in hip-hop. Do we really have the respect that I think we should have for the ones that paved the way for hip-hop and for the things that, for the things that we have in the genre today? Is it too oversaturated with with so much, with so many artists or so many rappers or whatever that we don't really take the time and think or listen to, the ones that came before them, you know what I'm saying? The ones that are still doing it, whether it be at an old school concert, or just making a couple singles or a couple albums or whatever. Because when I see these message boards and when I see these comment posts on an artist that's been doing it since whenever, and they're still coming out with music, you see these people saying, "What are they doing up here? Why are they still making music? Are they still relevant today? What's going on? Is it that we are so oversaturated with these, once again, artists or rappers and these gimmicks and all this stuff that we don't really even give anything else a chance, even if it's, what is it? What is it? Too dated for y'all? If Rakim were to come out with a new album or whatever, which he did back in 2009, go cop that if you haven't. Seven Seal, awesome album in my opinion. If he were to come out with a new project right now, with the new generation, and I'm gonna say that like I'm older, but you know what? I'm not even that old. But yo, I'm a hip hop head. That's how I speak. Would they even pay attention to it, or would they just leave it at the wayside? If MC Search were to come out with a new single, would anybody else besides in my generation or in my dad's generation pay attention to that? Or are we too preoccupied with the radio driven artists? Let me know. Does age really matter? Should it? I don't think it should. If you are still rhyming, I say do your thing. You still got it? Do your thing. And what is old school to you? What is considered old school? Is it style? Is it clothing? Is it lyrical ability? What's the deal? Because half these so-called rappers out here, they're barely saying a thing. So I'm just confused. Do we have respect for the veterans anymore? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we respect the older generation anymore? I don't see this going on in any other genre, except for hip-hop. I love it, but we are so picky sometimes, you know what I'm saying? If somebody drops off and does not have a single or an album, or it doesn't hit the top of the charts, it seems like we don't want to listen to them. Or if they've been here for more than like 10 years, it seems like we don't want to hear from them anymore. What does age matter? I mean, shoot, look at people like the Beastie Boys or KRS-One, you know what I'm saying? They were still coming out with projects. Rest in peace, MCA. And it just baffles me how when an artist that is already established is getting less respect than ones that are just coming out, that are just getting their feet wet. All they did was get that advance check. And then next thing you know, they're the hottest thing out. And that's the only thing that people are paying attention to. Give yourself some variety. Give yourself some variety. And please, really, if you really think there's an age limit as to where people should stop rhyming, let me know. I say, if you still got it, and you still want to do it, do it. I know there's a generational gap, but age should not matter. There is no other genre right now that has a problem with age. If it was rock music or R&B music, people would still be paying attention. People would still be taking the time to go see shows, whether they're like older or younger. They'd still be taking their kids. How do I know? Because I've gone to old school concerts. I've spent the time with the OGs. You know what I'm saying? And really just taking it all in. People look at me like, "What you doing here?" I'm like, "I love hip hop. I know my history. I love hip hop. I don't care where it's coming from as long as it's good." And really, no offense, but about in my opinion, about 90% of the stuff on the radio. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Let me know your opinion. Do you think there's ageism in hip hop? Do you think there's respect anymore in hip hop? And if there is ageism in hip hop, why is that? And what age do you think? You know, what age would you consider old school in the genre right now? What age would you consider old school? Would you still listen to old school artists? Would you still pay money to go see an old school artist or an old school show? And who has the best performances? If anybody out there has been to a bunch of concerts, let me know who I should be paying attention to. For real. Okay? That was Elder Tenchi. And that was just my thoughts. Peace. Love. More on the brain coming soon. And my top 20 independent artists on my radar list coming very soon. It's going to take some time, but coming very soon. Peace.